How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everything is going well. Just want to piggyback off of a conversation I started yesterday about Christ being God. Um, and I failed to mention one part that I feel like is important. Um, and I didn't really get to that part with the young lady, but it was going to come up at some point because she wanted to go over Revelation 12. And I ain't sitting here worried about, I've seen different things said by different people. I'm not worried about people who just talk out the side of their mouth all day and don't have a fear of God into the things that they say and the things that they do to misrepresent things on people. That's one thing I'm not worried about at all. But what I am worried about is people lifting up people and making idols out of people, because it's going to set a trend, and eventually people are going to end up worshiping Satan because they're already in the habit of lifting up the human being, the creature, the created thing. And anything that has the Holy Spirit, they're not going to accept worship. They're not going to accept idolatry at all. And so one of the goals of Satan is to be like the Most High. And isn't it interesting that he had a throne, he had a seat in heaven. That was something I was getting with her the other day. But he had a seat with the other beasts around the throne. And it said that he led praise and worship. So he was close to God, close enough to see everything that God does, everything that God likes and dislikes. And so it's interesting to me that he would want to come as God's son, God's image bearer, in order to receive glory. That's the reason why it's very important that we discern the things that we're being taught, the things that we believe in, the things that we receive as true. Because just based off of some of my experiences, it's going to be so easy, because a lot of people are gullible and they cannot think for themselves. A lot of people have to be told certain things. They have to have an idea planted in them before they speak on something. But being able to be manipulated like that is what's going to push people in the wrong direction. You don't want to be lifting up people. You don't want to be having idols. Went over Exodus 20:4. But I think it's interesting that we know he wants to be like God, and yet he's coming as his son. Something to meditate on.